All right, guys, so we are going to be doing a recording of the last piece in my whole grouping here. So if you look at this point, you should have the body, the cow catcher, the stack, the hitch, the magnet, the linkage arm, the peg, and then the axle peg. If you don't have that stuff, it's okay. At some point, you'll get it as you do all the different videos. So here we go. So create Part Studio, right click and rename, and this is going to be wheel. And this one, we're going to do some revolving and things like that. I'm going to use the right plane to start my drawing. So I'm going to go here, right here, and then hit sketch. You can do it in, of course, you can do it in the other order. It would be fine. But either way, we're drawing on the right plane. We have the right view cube up. We're good to go. Okay, so we are going to be just doing a profile that looks something like this. I am making sure that things are aligned as I go, so that I have vertical and horizontal alignments. Check this out. I want this to line up with this, right? Look at that. Okay. So now that we have this stuff, we can go ahead and put some dimensions on it. So this is 1 inch. And then now it's starting to look like what it's going to look like. This width here is going to be something. What is it going to be? 0.25. So 1/4 of an inch. This, and you'll see both of these moved. That's because they were aligned. If for some reason you did not align them, you could go here, click on this, or this, this, or this, you know what I mean? And it will line them up together, and then you'd be good to go. The distance from here to here. So that little tiny distance there is just 0.125, so it's half. And then we have some distances from the edge to the center. So that's actually from here to the origin. So this one is going to be 0.25. And then this is going to be 0.75, which essentially means 0.25 in the other direction. But I'm doing it from the edge to the center. So I went from here to here. Okay, we're going to put some 3-point arcs on here. The first one is an actual 3-point arc. And then the others are going to be fillets. So we're going to go here to here. And then look, if you bring this into here and have that aligned so that it's doing the constraint, you're good to go. It's all done. Okay, so it says your radius is 0.125 and it forces it. That is correct. So if you have that, you're in good shape. If you didn't align it, then you're going to have to go through and do that through either the coincident or midpoint or something to that effect. But that allows, if you put the dimension in, I'll show you. If I put this in, it's already there and it's gray because the 0.25 and the fact that it's aligned here creates that. All right, so now we're going to do the fillets. So the first fillet I'm going to click on, it may turn red and be weird. That is because it might be trying to fill it bigger than, the space. I recently did this, so it's already got the number in there from last time for me, which is nice. But I'm going to hit enter once, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the number in. So the number is 0.0625, and mine's going to round up because of where I have my digits. It's totally fine. So now that I've done the one, when I click on the other ones, it naturally already has decided that's the fillet that I'm going for, the dimension. You're in good shape. If you have that, you're all set, and you can just hit enter, and you're good to go. Okay, so hit enter. So if you have all of this and you have these curves here, you have half of the wheel, the profile, you're good to now do a revolve. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to go here, and there you go. You have the beginnings of a wheel. It's pretty exciting, right? All right, so we are going to be working on this back side, which is for me is the front view on the view cube. So I'm going to go to front on my view cube, go to sketch, and then click on this circle. We're going to be making a shape, and then we're going to be making it, patterning it. You'll see. You'll see. I'm going to go right ahead and just go from one side to the other. Whoa, what's it doing? Why did it do that? Okay. It tried to align something, and I'm a little nervous about that. We'll see what that does in a second. It's always doing weird things. The last one I'm going to do is I am going to put a center line from here to here, and I did it as a construction line, and that's just to help myself out as we go through this. Okay, so the first thing we need is a dimension from here to here. This is 30 degrees. Okay. Now we're going to do a 3-point arc. It's always trying to do that tangent arc now. It's like a new. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of do it from here to here. 3 points. Okay. And I'm going to do another 3-point arc from here to here. And they don't, just make sure you're not tying anything into anything else so that you can sort it out. So the radius for this is going to be something, 0.625. And then the radius for this is going to be 0.375. And it's okay that it did that. We'll sort that out in a second. We need the distance from the front to the back. I'm looking to see what that would be in these holes. I don't know that I have that. You know what it is? It's because these are concentric. So watch. You don't need anything else. All you need is the concentric rule. So I'm going to click on this and then click on this. And then I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to click on this. You could also do the circle on the outside, and that would do concentric as well. Okay, so these guys are concentric. This is all cut out. We have those lines. There's a hole in the center, so I can do that at the same time. And that dimension is 0.28. All right, it looks like I have everything. I'm just double checking to make sure there's nothing weird that I missed. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and hit check. I'm going to extrude, remove that. And ooh, look, I got to get that little triangle too. I'm going to say through all. And there you go. That piece is cut out. I'm not done yet, but that gives me the first piece I need to pattern this. So there's going to be 6 of those. So let's go to here and drop down to circular pattern. It says, what do I want to pattern? I'm going to say feature. What do I want to pattern now? I want to do that extrude that I did. I put the circle in the same extrude. It doesn't matter because it's the center. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That's part of what's going on there. And then my axis, will it let me? Let's see if I do this. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do the circle. So an axis doesn't have to be, I can turn that off. An axis doesn't have to be a straight line or anything like that. It can be a circle like this. So if I click on this, you will see that it does this. It's a little annoyed with me. That's okay. We're going to make it 6. Why is it annoyed with me? Equal spacing, hit enter. And then we're going to say reapply features maybe. There we go. So it's just because I didn't grab the sketch as well. But they've said this is, again, new functions with the new updates on Onshape. All right, we are good. So this is what I have. It's done. Hit check. So if you were to double check things, you do not need to do this. This is just so you can see. You would see on this that this line to this line, this to this is not dimensioning for me. Well, it should be 30. Everything would be 30. Obviously it's even, so it is 30, but I can't, for whatever reason, it's being weird enough. We're going to move on. You guys don't like that stuff anyway. Okay. So here we go. So right now we have everything cut out. We do have to put the little attachment on here that's going to give us the opportunity to connect the wheel to the follower, the linkage arm thing. So we got this. We're going to go ahead and put in a circle. And where are we going to put it? So let's talk about what we're doing. We're working off of different planes. I'm going to go with the front plane here. So let's go sketch, front plane. And then because of the way I built it, I'm on the back. It's an interesting, if I ever make this video again, I'm going to switch that around. So we want the circle to be in the middle of these two pieces. We don't want it to be up here. So when I go to build it, I'm just going to align it with there and kind of go like this. Okay. And that circle has a dimension. So let's put that in. And the dimension on that is somewhere on my, 0.25. Okay. Now the distance from the center of the circle to the origin, we need to put that in too. We want this to be fully defined. So if you don't see it fully defined, it means you're missing something. 0.7. Okay, that looks good. So I can hit check. And I want to extrude it, but how am I going to extrude that? Because it's like it exists, but it's not, it's there, but it's not there, right? So we need to be able to access that sketch. So to do that, we need to get into, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to hit extrude and we're going to do add solid. But where it says faces or sketches or wherever, we're going to actually just click on the sketch on the left. So you may find it's hard to do it when you're in there, but you can definitely do it there. Now, because I have it backwards, right? We're working on the back instead of the front. I have to flip it. There we go. Looks good. Okay. So now the distance for that larger piece is 0.375. Hold on. I hit enter too quick. 0.375. And I'm just looking to see if that, oh, it didn't do it. That's why. 0.375. Okay. So that 0.375 on this dimension seems like it's the distance from the middle. And I'm just looking to see if that's the whole thing or if I needed to go further out. To me, that looks right. It's a little bit lower. So maybe I do need to add the 1.25 to that. So if you were to put 0.125, sorry, if you were to add 0.125 to 0.375, what would you get? So you'd have 4, that would be 0.5. So let's see, I think 0.5 looks better. All right, I'm gonna say check here. So that sticks out. Now we need to then have another piece that's gonna stick out on top of that. So I hit back and zoom in, sketch on the face of this. Go ahead and do a circle. Put that, see how it does that concentric? Go straight for the concentric. That's perfect. Dimension it. And that dimension is going to be 0.125. We're going to hit check. We're going to extrude it. And that little extrude is going to be 0.125. I love how so much of this is consistent, that we use the same numbers. It's all parts of an inch, you know. So, okay, so we have that now. In the old videos, we did it as a drill hole. I am not going to do that because our drill hole, the new drill hole, is more complicated than we need for this. This is just an extrude remove going on. So we're going to do that. We're going to add another circle. And we're going to dimension it. So the circle for this is 0.0625. And it's okay that mine rounded up. It's no big deal. Hit check. And then extrude, remove. And we're only going in 0.25. So there you go. That gives us the piece that the linkage arm is going to connect to. And then this little piece is where that peg is going to go on top. Other than that, this wheel is done. So the only thing we need now is to do a color. So based on our colors, I don't know. I feel like we're kind of all over the place. I'm going to go with this. Okay, we'll go there. And that's it. Your wheel is ready. So congratulations, you've built every single part. In the next video, we will be putting it together.